there's always art. Art has been a constant in my life. I realized that an artist needs to have a voice. So as time's gone on and I started to think about my art styles and what I had to say to the world, I realized that I am very much in touch with the history of the Aztecs. It took me time to figure out my art style, and then it took me time to figure out what is it that I want the world to know. And so I had to reach back to my childhood, reach back to growing up, to the early days when I started drawing, and look for the things that inspired me. So I grew up in East LA. I was born and raised in a neighborhood called Boyle Heights. So I spent a lot of time in my neighborhood and walking around the streets, and I remember now that there is a mural just about everywhere you look. And what I realized that a lot of these artists that have put up these murals, they always talk about their culture. The Mexican culture, the Aztec culture, the Chicano culture. So as time's gone on, I realized that just drawing because I get paid to draw, drawing because I know how to draw is not enough. I grew up in a household where entrepreneurship was very important. I realized that there were a lot of artists out there who need that kind of advice and mentorship that I did not have. So knowing the business of art, it entails two things: the art, which is the talent, the creativity, and then the actual business. I decided, along with a couple of friends and my wife, to start Artist King. And in that process, we reached out to other organizations and people around the community to find ways where we can dedicate a little bit of our time to talking to artists about their business and their processes. And that's when I met C4. Through the help of C4 Atlanta and Artist King, we've been able to find those gaps where artists need to connect their art to their business and work together in making sure that the arts community has someone who they can count on. They can have mentors, they're going to have teachers, instructors, classes and workshops, and all types of information that's going to help them become better business people and sustain a lifestyle where their art is number one. So I am very thankful for having met C4 Atlanta. I met Joe Winter first and then Jessica Holland, and those guys have been very, very helpful in my career, very helpful with the arts community. And I even took their classes because I know I don't know everything. I have a lot of life experience. I have a lot of failures, a lot of disappointments, and a lot of lessons learned that I can now teach others. There's still something that comes across when you're sitting there and listening to someone tell you the things that you say to others, and it makes that connection that now you're like, you know what? I've been missing on something. I forgot that that was the thing that I needed to do. And so it's those opportunities that C4 Atlanta provides for the arts community that's very important. Our focus has always been to just provide to the community. And so to see that somebody recognizes the work that we're putting out there, then feel very blessed, and I'm very thankful. My name is Dan Flores, aka Delta Tango Mike. I am a 2D illustrator and artist working in digital and traditional mediums for art installations and mobile games and all types of digital art, including logos and illustrations.